Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Check 50.
Now Wilson on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And Adams has it complete. A good pickup there at 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers! Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
That's how we do, D.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 31, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 49 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Here's Hunt. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. To throw, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. 51. Run left.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On second down now, it's Coleman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run right side with Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
7-7, our score after 1.
Ready, flat 22. Check 42's the mark. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Screen, triple team. Mike's 42. Yeah, let's get set, lunch. Mike's 42.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Packers! Tevin Coleman. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. To throw again on second down. Winston into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'm going to hit you all day.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm. And
the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
After the sack on 1st down, Winston looking downfield for Godwin. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
3rd and long for Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Winston. He completes it to Evans. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Winston now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
To throw is Winston. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Jameis to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. You ain't got nothing.
From the gun, Winston. He may try and run for this. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
No pass, no pass. Watch the ship, watch the ship. One flip, one flip. Motion, motion. Let's go. Mike. That's right.
From the 38, Wilson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Hunt. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
And it brings up third down.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On fourth down, it's Howard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This is Hunt. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ready, white 25. White. White 42, white 42. Easy. I smell fear in that offense.
Winston now to throw on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. On first and goal, Howard. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Come on, let's go. Double time. Green, triple team.
They'll try again with Howard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's third and goal. Here's Winston. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey guys, listen. Alert. Check 24. 51 to Mike.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. Looking deep for Adams. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Winston now. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On the run, this is Hunt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Wait. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Here's Winston. He's got Evans. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Check curls. Wait. Rip right. Hey, let's go.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Strip that ball.
Throwing again. Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
At the 39-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I'm here all day.
Working out of the gun. Winston. That's caught by Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Watch the pass.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 19 yards away as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Green 80. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. Green 80.
And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On third down, here's Coleman. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll run again with Hunt. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, just me and you. Just me and you. Flip it. Mike 42, Mike 42.
On third down, Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth.
Watch tight end. Flip.
They'll run on first down. Punt. On the stop, Breeland speaks.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, here we go. Oh, wait, that up. Mine's 42.
Now Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Bucs on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Green, come with me. Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Hey, come on.
Now Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 23-yard line.
Ready. 125. Down to lose one. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey. Four down. Easy. Check the call. And now look at that.
They go with Howard again. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's get it.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5. On third down, here's Hunt. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
On third down, Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They will run again with Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Alert. 3 down.
And they will take a knee here.
Wilson on the keeper.
Check Mike 45. Hey, I'm coming.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
At the 46-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they suffered defeat for the